Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 10 of my podcast. Today, I have a Lebanese entrepreneur who is now located in London, in UK. Amr Nahouli. Hello, man.
Hi, John. How are you?
I'm doing amazing, man. It's so good to have you here. Thank you for giving me the time. And please go ahead and introduce yourself and tell people what you do.
Great. Awashi, thank you, John, for this podcast. I'm following up on what you're doing. It's really amazing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Uh, Keep it up. Keep your energy and motivation. As you said, اسمي عامر نحولي. I was born and raised in Lebanon. I come from a family business background in agriculture. So we have this entrepreneurship mindset as part of the family. I went for the university, American University of Beirut. I did my bachelor in marketing. Then throughout my studies, I had the opportunity to do 7 different internships in 6 different countries. And to be honest, this shaped the person I am today. It got me exposed to different
Yeah.
cultures, different people. And then afterwards, I joined Unilever in the marketing team in Lebanon. I stayed there for around a year, and after that, I came to the UK to do my master's degree. And here, where the story started with the startup.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this is amazing, man. This is amazing. Actually, 7 internships in 6 different countries. It's crazy to actually believe it. And
it
to
is.
go, yeah, to go back to the startup. So, did your startup get you from Lebanon to the UK, or did it? It was born there, and what is it about? And how did you actually create your own solution to a problem that you faced?
Sure. I have always been interested in startups. Actually, when I was in Lebanon, last year in the university, I tried to do a startup. We had a team. We went into a boot camp with one of the accelerators in Lebanon. I learned a lot, but we reached a point where everyone started applying for jobs, so the team departed,
Yeah, yeah,
and we couldn't continue with the idea. But it was a learning experience. And I was always interested in having something,
yeah,
building something on my own. So, and the program which I came for in the UK, it's masters in entrepreneurship. So most of the cohorts in the class already have their own businesses, or they worked in a startup, it failed, or they come to establish something. So I had an idea that I want to do something, especially, all the people who I was surrounded with were telling me, don't go to the UK. It's very difficult to get jobs.
yeah,
You cannot do anything there. It's very expensive. And I was against it. I don't know. I had a feeling that I should go
yeah.
and
It
let's
was
see what
like
comes
an
on the way.
inside calling for you. No, this is your gut instinct. I have to go there. This is it. I'm not gonna listen to anyone.
Like exactly.
Yeah,
And I truly believe if you have, something in mind, you work hard for it. Akid, it's not easy. Akid, there will be a lot of obstacles, but definitely you can achieve. So always dream big, and the sky is not the limit.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
home.
definitely.
So yeah, I arrived here to the UK. It was the first couple of days where I got into the accommodation I booked online before arriving here. So just to explain to you the accommodation system in general in the UK and how it works, just because it's related to the startup which I developed. So basically, most of international students, before they come to this country, they pre-book their accommodation. So they pay a deposit, they sign a contract for a year, and then they arrive. Okay,
Yeah,
they see some pictures, some virtual videos about the room, but they can't really, make up if this is the best room, or if these are the flatmates I want to live with through my academic year. So I arrived here. First of all, the room was much smaller than what I thought. Second, the flatmates were all freshers. So freshers are freshmen, so first year
yeah,
students. It's a different mentality, different
yeah, yeah,
mindset. So we didn't really get along, and I thought it was easy to swap my room or change it. So I went to the accommodation office. They were telling me, didn't you read your contract? Now the
Yeah.
contract is a 50 pages contract. I'm sure most of the students don't even read it.
All of them.
But it
I'm pretty
says,
sure we can say all of them. Don't read it. Yeah.
yeah, it's it's like 50 pages, and once you're applying, you're focusing on the course and the university, and for the accommodation, once you decide, you don't really go into details.
Yeah.
So that was a
Yeah.
mistake. So they told me in order to swap your room or change it, you would need to find someone yourself, to take over your room. So I would need to find a replacement to someone to take over my room. I told them, okay, how can I find this someone? They told me there are Facebook groups or posts on Facebook, or there are the basic adverts which you can
Yeah.
post
Yeah.
on different walls in the university. It's very traditional. So, okay, I said, okay, let's try. So I gave it a shot. I tried posting, different posts in different groups. I didn't get any response, of course. I tried to post an ad in, different sections in the university. No
Yeah.
one even looked at them. So my problem wasn't solved. I was locked in the room, and once you come from abroad, to study, it's very important to be comfortable in the room because
Definitely.
everything is
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
So new culture, new environment, new people. So at least in your room, you want to make yourself feel like home. So it was tough. I stayed in my room, but I always had in mind that this problem there must be a solution for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, throughout the academic year, I got to know many people from different courses, and they all faced exactly the same issue. Many of them got locked in a room. Some of them even left their rooms. They kept paying for it, but they left somewhere else because they weren't happy with it. And I realized, okay, the problem is big. It's not only me. There's a big problem here. So one day I met, my colleague and co-founder Anibal. He comes from an IT background. He has work experience in Hawaii and China. So he also had the same issue. There was a night we were studying for our midterm,
Yeah.
and we didn't study for even 30 minutes. All
Yeah.
the time
Yeah.
we were discussing how to solve this issue. And here where the idea started coming up. And why can't we, use this problem and think about a solution which can actually become a business?
Definitely.
So it was just idea. We didn't have any plans before, like even before arriving to the UK. I didn't know that I want to work in this sector, like in
Yeah.
accommodation or student
Yeah.
services. So that's where the idea started. Now, as you know, in order to validate the idea and to see how big the market is, it's not only just one university. So you have to look in the whole market, whole university, private accommodation. So that's where the actual work started. So I started, looking into, each and every contract in each and every university across the UK. So more than 150 universities. Um, and I realized all the contracts are almost the same. They have this clause, okay? And there are, almost three companies, private companies, which manage all the accommodation in all the country,
Yeah.
okay? So three big players which, get to manage these accommodations. So I started going to Facebook groups and to Google reviews, reviewing about the university halls and rooms.
Yeah.
And any bad comment, I used to take the name, try to take the email or the phone number, and call them. The call was just to understand more about their problem. Like, were you able to solve it? Like, if we came up with a solution, do you think you'll be able to pay for this such service? So it was more of validation.
Yeah.
So that's where things started to become more serious. And we got good numbers. So we interviewed more than 60 students and more than 20 different universities. We did focus groups, and the response was 80% of them, no one helped them, and they were locked in the room.
Yeah.
So here many factors got into place. So first we have the psychological effect, which if you're staying in a room, you're not comfortable in, it will affect your studies. It will
Definitely.
affect your
Definitely.
progress.
You're going to be constantly
And
thinking
second,
about how you want to get out, and you're not going to be able to focus.
exactly.
Yeah,
Especially if you're in a different country.
yeah,
So, everything is different. There is a culture shock.
yeah.
So,
You have
at
nowhere to
least
go
be
to.
comfortable.
You don't have like your parents' house to go stay there or anything. Yeah,
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So, yeah, and here where, things started to become more serious. So, we realized that why don't we do a landing page just to see if, let's say we ran, few ads, there will be actual sign-ups to the website.
yeah,
So I did a very simple website. I did it on WordPress. It took me 2 days. I posted some pictures. I took some pictures from the university website
yeah,
and I put the university logo there. And I ran a couple of ads just to see how, how's the conversion, how many people are coming to fill up the form. Although there was no service, there was no company, but I just wanted to validate. We got a lot of responses. A lot of responses came to our backend. And here I just want to tell you a funny story which happened, which
yeah,
made us very famous, especially in the town which I was studying at. So a couple of days after this, advert which we have posted, I got a phone call from the tax office. So they were basically asking me if I have incorporated the company, so if I have registered the
yeah,
company,
yeah.
and if I have registered for VAT, if I have applied for the corporate tax. So they started asking me terms which I didn't even have any clue about. Uh, and I told them this is just a university project. There is nothing else.
Yeah,
But apparently, what happened is one of these big private players, which I told you about,
yeah.
okay, who has partnership with the university, they filed case against me and the team which was working with me.
Damn.
Yeah,
An
and
actual lawsuit?
yeah, yeah, an actual lawsuit. I still have the email,
Yeah.
like, and how the university tried to threaten us. So basically, they have sent this case to the program director, knowing that I'm a student in this program. And the program director sent me, a screenshot of what he has received, and he was telling me this website needs to shut down in 24 hours. Otherwise, they are proceeding with the lawsuit, and it's gonna affect your visa, and then you'll have to leave the country.
Yeah.
So here I realized, okay, now that's something really big. If you're doing, any a stupid idea no one cares about, no one will give any, shit about whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
If that's something that can disrupt businesses and can change models, they are worried about, just
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah.
So it made a big,
But what was
buzz.
the lawsuit about? What was it? Yeah, like what reason did they put in it?
So they went into details. As I told you, I used some pictures from the university
Yeah.
website. So they said this is not your copyright.
Yeah.
Second, I have put the university logos. So in order to have credibility, I have used my university logo saying that
Yeah.
we have services here. But the aim of it wasn't, it was just to have an idea. If this business works, then of course we take all the legal
Definitely.
requirements and
Yeah.
we'll do whatever it takes. But it was just a pilot test. So, and this happened. And we had to shut down the website for a couple of weeks. We were in negotiations with, the company and its representatives, and also the board of trustees in the university. It took, a huge buzz. We became very famous. Like they did. It was a free marketing for us. Everyone
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
what swap is. Everyone knew, wanted to know who am I, what am I doing, what have I done to the university. It went viral.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, after a lot of meetings, we reached a common ground with the company. So we removed everything they had were concerned about. We removed the university logo, and we specified that this is part of pilot test in a university course, and we're just testing the idea.
Yeah.
So this made us connect to a group of angel investors who are alumni from the university.
Yeah.
So here where I met my mentor. So I had several chats with him, and he guided me how to start the company and how to move forward.
Yeah.
And he told me about a competition which I can participate in. So as you know, as a Lebanese, in order to stay in the UK, you would need a visa. So you need an endorsement or someone to sponsor you, especially if you're starting a business. So this competition gives like endorsement to sponsor the business and anyone in the business to stay in the country, and they give an office, so you
Yeah.
can have an office. They give you access to lawyers and they give you an investment. So it was very helpful knowing about this competition. So we started working for it. So I remember, although I was a master's student, all my focus, went from studying to
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
working on my startup. And even I used a lot of things and things happening with me in my startup as case studies for my colleagues in the university.
Yeah.
Even professors were asking me about it.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
really, astonished and happy. So we worked for the pitch. As I told you, the most important thing in any pitch is, the validation that we did. We showed there's a real problem.
Yeah.
There's
You
a
need to show
pain
that
in
people are
the.
willing to actually pay for it and actually use your service or product or whatever.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. First of all, you need to show the pain. So customers are not feeling good about something. There is no solution out there, and they're desperate to to get it solved, and they're willing to pay money. So we covered all the checkpoints which
Yeah.
were required. We prepared very well for the pitch. And by the way, once you have a personal story, no need to do much preparations because
Yeah.
you'll be telling your genuine story. So
Yeah.
my pitch was more about my personal story. I explained it and I told them how I came up with the solution. And I told them I just did a simple website with my just simple resources. And I already helped several students to swap rooms after I launched the website. So we won the competition. It was a huge success in our journey. And also, this competition linked us to Web Summit. So Web Summit is the biggest startup showcase in the world,
Yeah.
technology startup. It's in Lisbon, in Portugal, and just 2,000 startups get to showcase their ideas in this
In the competition.
exhibition.
Yeah.
So we also made it there. We also went there. We showcased our idea. We pitched there, and we got connected to different, potential investors and people who showed interest in, in the startup and the idea we had. So yeah, that's how it started. That's the journey, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Uh, Especially once uh, people surrounding you, no one believes in it at first.
Yeah.
Once you speak with people that I have this idea, everyone tells you, what, stop wasting your time, go apply for jobs.
Yeah. How do you
So
get past that? How do you get past the stage? No, because this is where people either break or just continue.
no, I agree. It's not easy. Okay, it's difficult, and even it's more difficult once you fail.
Yeah.
So for example, for Swap, once the pandemic happened, it was a really tough phase because no international students were coming here. Our border stopped. Okay, and many people who I was telling you about, they told me, see, if you applied for jobs, you would have been
Yeah.
at least
Yeah.
secure. But I think just get over them. Believe in yourself. Believe in your capabilities and adapt to change. So don't be just stubborn on the things that you develop and just you wanna do this. It's very important to have this skill to adapt to change. Always look for other opportunities if we realize this is not the right time for it.
Yeah.
And I think speak to like-minded people. So this helped me a lot, especially having a mentor with me always, speaking to him, having a community around me with people who have startups, people who have already built
Yeah.
successful
Yeah.
businesses. This helps a lot.
Yeah, this is amazing, man. This is an amazing story, actually. It's like the story itself can teach so much. And if you want to give just three tips or three crucial advice to anyone who's trying to start a startup, maybe thinking of an idea, what would you tell them?
Sure. The first tip which I always say is, first of all, cut the negative people out of your life. Once you have someone negative, uh, maybe your friends, family members, your partner, anyone who just uh, say things to bring you down or to give you this negative vibe, the first thing you need to do is to remove them from your life, because
Yeah.
it will really affect your progress, really affect the way you think. So that's one. Two is, of course, to surround yourself, as we mentioned before, with people who are successful,
Yeah.
your average people you are surrounded with. So if you're surrounded with people who go every day to coffee shops and who just, want to waste time and make fun, of course,
Yeah.
you'll be like them or the average of them.
Yeah.
But if you surround yourself with successful people, or people who are, working hard, working on businesses, thinking entrepreneurial, you'll be part of them. So it's very important to surround yourself. Three is just start. So there's, it's never a good time to start, because you will always feel that I'm not ready. I'm
Yeah.
not ready
You
to
will
do
never
it.
you will never be perfectly ready. Yeah.
You'll never be ready. Even now, anything I do, I'm not ready for it.
Yeah.
But just start, and once you start, the nice journey begins. And I think these hard times which you pass through at first, there are, the most great memories which you remember on the way.
Yeah.
The
Definitely.
hard times, the nights which you didn't sleep, the conversations which you had. It's a nice learning process.
Yeah. They
So
they
I
become
think,
part of who
just
you
one
are.
month,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
and it's much more than just going to university, getting a degree. You'll learn much more with experience, especially if you're building your own startup,
Yeah.
or you're growing your own baby.
Yeah, this is fantastic, man. Thank you so much for the time you gave us. I think it has a tremendous amount of value. People are gonna love it, and I want to thank you again from my end because I really needed to hear this. Really needed this inspiration. Thank you so much again.
Yeah. Thank you, John. Thank you for this opportunity, and keep it up. I love how you're looking for Lebanese entrepreneurs. I think we have a lot of potential, especially
Yeah,
now with everything happening in the country. I think we should take advantage. Uh, Opportunities and solutions come from places where problems exist.
definitely,
So
definitely.
we have to all work together to make this country stand again.
Yeah, definitely. And it will. It will. I believe it will stand again. It's just a matter of time now. Hard times don't last.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
So thank you again, Amir. And
Thank you, John.
yeah,